In this video, I will be sharing 7 hacks that will help you increase your productivity. I know we all want to do great things with our life. We all want to live a life of happiness and joy. We want to have time to do the things that matter to us. We want to have time to spend with those who matter to us, our loved ones, our friends. We want to have time to pursue our dreams, go after our visions, and spend time doing what we are really passionate about. But to really do that, we need to be productive. All right. I do tell people the quality of your life is directly proportional to the quality of how you use your time. All right. Everything you desire, everything you want in life, you want better health, you want to increase your income, you want to make new and better connection. It's all directly proportional to you being productive. And guess what? Time is what life is made up of, and for you to waste your time, it's not your time you are wasting, it's your life you are wasting. And you may be watching this video and you discovered in the last few days, in the last weeks and months and years, you'll be spending time doing things that don't really matter. You'll be wasting your time, okay? And this video will help you really get a direction, get hacks and strategies that will help you increase your productivity, whichever level your productivity currently is. But first and foremost, what is productivity? You see, productivity is not about having a long to-do list, okay? Having 10, 20 things you want to get done in the day. Ask yourself, how many will you able to do at the end of the day? Okay, productivity is not about waking up by 5 a.m. Although I wake up by 5 a.m., but that's not because of productivity actually, okay? Productivity is not about waking up by 5 a.m. Productivity is not about planning each hour of the day, all right? Okay, so what is productivity about? Most time we confuse productivity with business, all right? People think that because they are doing several things, it means they are productive, but no, that's wrong. Productivity is doing the right things. It means getting the right things done. Business is doing several things or getting several things done, but productivity is about getting the right things done. You can do many things and it will be the right thing. So at the end of the day, what is the result you can show for the effort you'll be putting in? If you see there's no result, it means you've not really been productive, because there may not really be results, but if you are making progress in the right direction, you are being productive, okay? And based on that, many people are just busy. Only few people are productive. Look at every successful, great persons, entrepreneurs, sport persons, anyone you know that is doing amazing things in this world. One thing you notice about them is that they are productive because they are getting the right things done. All right, so now how can you be productive? What are the 7 tips and hacks that can help you increase your productivity? The first hack that will help you increase your productivity is for you to know what you truly want in life and why you want it. You see, many people want to increase their productivity, but they don't even know in what direction. And there's a quote that says that direction is more important than speed. It's not enough to be running through life or going through life with speed. Most importantly, where are you going to? All right, where is your direction? What do you want in life? What are you trying to achieve? What is that dream you are pursuing? That's how you know the right things, okay? Remember, I said productivity is getting the right things done. The right things are things that align with your vision for life, things that align with your purpose, things that align with your goals in life. Not things that people place on you, but things that you're intentionally trying to do with your life. So what is your vision in life? Personally, I want to be a great speaker. I want to be a great life coach. I want to speak around the world, inspire people. I want to write books that transform people's life. I want to create products. I want to create services that serve people and help them live a life of meaning, that help them live productive and purposeful life. That's my vision. My vision is to travel around the world impacting lives. And for me to do that, everything I'm doing currently, okay, is directed towards that. Even starting this YouTube channel, the books I'm writing, everything is directed towards that vision I have for life, okay? So what is your vision for life? What dreams are you pursuing? What are you trying to achieve with your life? Because you knowing what you want to achieve with your life will now determine how you use your time today. Because anytime you are spending that is not doing something that is not in line with what you really want to do in your life, that means you are wasting your time. You're not being productive. So for you to be productive, know what you truly want in life and then know why you want it. Because when the why is known, okay, the how becomes a reality. Okay, you start knowing the how. All right, and again, the why will help you keep going when things become hard, because it's not every time you'll be so active. Okay, so sometimes you're very tired, sometimes you not feel like doing things, but when you know the why behind what you are doing, okay, you'll be more propelled and more motivated to get those things done. So the first is know what you want and why you want it. The second thing, way or hacks for you to improve or increase your productivity is to do a time audit. Okay, so I would say that time audit is just about tracking how you spend your time throughout the day. All right, most of us just go through the day not knowing where our time is going. We see, it's already 12 noon, what have I done today? Nothing. And that's because you are not tracking your time. So the first step towards change, or I don't change how you use your time, the first step towards changing anything is awareness. You can't change what you are not aware of. You can't improve what you don't measure. So that's what doing the time audit is about. All right, it's about tracking how you use your time. All right, so how will you do that? Just take a paper, or you can use your phone and monitor how you are using your time each hour of the day. Look at how you are using your time. Okay, and you'll now know where your time is going. If it's not in line with your goals and dreams, all right, you cannot know how to change that. You cannot know how to change that. So do a time audit. A time audit will help you identify areas that you are wasting your time. All right, you help you identify where you need to allocate time to and where you don't allocate time to. All right, so it's important to do a time audit. It's a way to increase your productivity. I remember I discovered many years ago that I was spending about 3 to 4 hours on WhatsApp alone. And after discovering that, using an app that shows you the app you visit the most, okay, I decided to change that. But I wouldn't have changed that if I was not forced away of it. So do a time audit. Know where your time is going. Track your time from 6 a.m. in the morning, when time you wake up till you go to bed at night, okay, and then you now know where your time is going, and then change it to make sure that your time is in direction of what you really want to do with your life. The third way to increase your productivity is to plan ahead. Okay, plan ahead. Many people have planned for food, they have planned for the clothes they will wear, people have planned for the next party, but people really have planned for their life. People really have planned for how they spend their time. You can't really allocate the right times to the right things if you don't plan ahead. Okay, so plan your day ahead. Never start a day you have not planned. Never start a week you have not planned. Never start a month you have not planned. Plan ahead. It was Richard Masinko that said, the more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in war. That means you must you must prepare in advance. All right, you must plan in advance for you to make the most of your time. Okay, so before you start any day, what is the direction for that day? What are you trying to achieve that day? You must be clear about those things and then create a plan for it. Before you go into any week, what is your plan for that week? What are you trying to achieve in this week? Okay, then once you are clear about it, you can then go ahead with that week. Never go into a day or a week you have not planned, because you'll be distracted by different things, but a plan helps you to cope distraction. All right, because when you know you have planned something, you try to run away from things that are not in line with that plan. But if you don't have a plan, you get inundated with different activities and things that are not the right thing. And don't forget, productivity is doing the right things, not just doing things. Okay, so how do you plan your day? First and foremost, you must know what are you trying to achieve that day. What are the 3 major things you are trying to achieve that day? All right, you must have an idea that at the end of the day, if I have done these 3 things, I'm very glad, I'm very excited, I'll know my day is very successful. So what are the 3 major things you want to have get done that day? Write them down. For your week, in planning your week, what are the 3 or 4 most important things you want to get done that week? Make sure they are written down. Okay, never start a day you have not planned, never start a week you have not planned, because planning helps you increase your productivity. The 4th way to increase your productivity is to have a to-do list. A to-do list is simply a list of things you need to get done every day. Okay, and the downside of this is that most people have about 10 or 12 to-do lists. Okay, and at the end of the day, they saw they've only achieved 1 or 2, 3 things, and that's because most times the to-do lists are too long. All right, so try to have a to-do list of maybe 4, 5, 6 things you need to get done that day, and those things must be somehow related to your vision for life, to what you are trying to achieve. Okay, so have a to-do list. To-do list help you give you a direction. It keeps your day organized. All right, and there's a feeling of excitement and motivation that comes with ticking things on your to-do list. Okay, so have a to-do list. All right, things you don't start a day without a to-do list. The list of things you need to get done that day. And most importantly, to each to-do list, to each thing on your to-do list, make sure you have a time for it. Because most time we just list things on our to-do list and then we don't have time for it, and then we wonder why we didn't get it done. So for example, your plan today is to submit a proposal. Put a time there, all right, 6 a.m. or to 7 a.m. or maybe 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Put a time there, all right, and that will help you really increase your productivity. The fifth hack for increasing your productivity is blocking your time. It's called time blocking. That means allocating specific block of time for your important activities. So that important task you want to get done, you've not been able to do it because you have not really allocated specific time to get it done. So I remember I actually procrastinate in the writing of my book until I allocated specific time to work on the book. So for now, I said from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. or to 7 a.m. is for the writing of my book. Okay, and then I've been able to stay consistent with it because I have allocated block of time to it. So think about that task you want to do. Okay, know how long it will take to get that task done and then block that time for it. Maybe, okay, every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. I will do this. Okay, you are about to submit a proposal or you are about to get a work on a project. Fix a specific time for it, all right, and that's how you increase your productivity. Most time we don't really get those things done because we don't have time to get it done. And listen, when it's time to get those things done, most time you don't feel like doing it, and that's why you can apply the 5-minute rule, which is that spend the first 5 minutes working on that task even though you don't feel like it. But after 5 minutes, if you still don't feel like it, then you can leave it and go to the next thing. But most time it has been discovered that over 80% of the time you feel like continuing in that task you want to do. All right, so block your time for important tasks in your life. That's another way to increase your productivity. The sixth way to increase your productivity is to implement routines and systems. Okay, this makes your tasks easier to follow through. It makes it more efficient. All right, so put as many things in your life in autopilot so that you don't have to stop to think about how to do it every single time, because that actually reduces your productivity. So for example, I have a morning routine. Every morning, like I shared earlier in one of my previous videos, every morning, the first hour of the morning is my quiet time where I read the Bible. So after reading the Bible, I pray and then read the devotional. After that, the next hour, I spend it reading a chapter or two of a book. After that, the next thing I do is to spend the next 1 hour or 2 hours doing my most important tasks for the day. All right. So when I wake up in the morning, I don't need to be bothering or getting confused about what needs to be done. I just go ahead and do them, and that's because I have implemented routines. All right. So routines is just a practice of pattern of behavior that is performed in a regular manner. Okay. So build routines in your day, and to build routines, break down your goals into smaller steps and arrange them in sequence. Whatever goal you are trying to achieve, that your most important task, okay, break them down into sequence and steps, and then you follow through in orderly manner. That remove the guesswork, and that also increase your productivity, because most time we spend time thinking of how we need to do something instead of actually doing it. And that's where system comes in. System is just about the process in achieving your goal. For example, I have a system for some important tasks I do every day. For example, designing quotes. I have a system for it. So every day when it's time to design quotes, I need to think or bother about how to go about the quote design and posting. I already have a specific way or system for doing that. And that's why over the last 6 years, I've been able to create and share over 2,000 quotes, because I have a system for it. I have a system for writing my book. That's why I've written over 4 books, and I'm writing my 5th book now. So think about the important tasks in your life and then systemize it. List the various steps in achieving that goal and then put them in orderly manner, and then once it's time to perform that task, just follow through. Implement routines and systems into your life. That's another way to increase your productivity. The seventh and final way to increase your productivity is to take breaks. This may sound counterproductive, that how can I take break? I need to do a lot of things, but it can greatly increase your productivity because it will help you reduce stress and also overwhelm. You see, your brain needs time to recharge itself. all right, and taking breaks will help you achieve that. So sometimes after working for some hours, you can just go out and just take a walk. You can just take time to rest for a few minutes. You can do something else different from what you are currently doing. It has a way of increasing your productivity. You come back with renewed strength, with renewed or better perspective on whatever you're working on. So taking breaks is the seventh way that you can greatly increase your productivity. I hope you have learned something from these 7 strategies I have shared. I believe that implementing any of these strategies or the combination of the strategies will greatly help you increase your productivity. Now, if you learned something from this video, do well to subscribe to my channel. Also like this video, share something you learned from this video, and you'll start implementing. Till I see you next time, keep living productively.